Part 2 phone is ringing. Someone answer that phone.
Now, see, that'll be dope.
Now that start lineup. That's
What?
the only thing about it.
Yeah.
And so,
Well, no, I was going to say, now that start lineup, they won't be doing the Mario Kart, but they'll be kind of remaking. Well, not necessarily remake, but like a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So
They trying to chip us.
that's going to be at the start
DLC,
lineup.
man.
But and it comes with all the DLCs.
That's what's
But see, I love the point of it, but at the same time, by being a diehard Nintendo fan,
all right.
at the same time, I want it because of the new Zelda. The new Zelda look amazing,
All right.
but it don't have those next gen graphics. But that would probably be the only reason I would probably get a Nintendo Switch. It's because of, for one, Zelda. Two, I like to take shit apart and see what you got in it and rebuild it myself and tinker with it.
You
Basically,
gonna mess your warranty up?
basically probably hacking it.
Yeah,
I'll probably do that. I did that with all of my Nintendos,
You
and
living life on the wild side.
well, hey, I feel like once you buy something, hey, it's mine. So hey, you know what I'm saying? You can do what you want to with the game. But I would probably do that. That's probably the second reason I'm excited of the technology. And I'll run down the hardware. You want to say something real fast? I want to run down the hardware of what they're gonna be. Yeah, the tech part of it. They got a TV mode in it, tablet mode, the handheld mode. So it's basically the tech side of it. What I think is real innovative is you can take it out of the console and play it on the go.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, it's pretty tight, man. As soon as you put it back into the thing itself, back to the regular console, goes back to the TV, and it's just like that. And it's running USB-C.
Oh.
And on the tech side, USB-C that's some pretty fast tech. That's pretty good. And the battery life when you take it out of the console, you're looking at about 2 to 6 hours. Not too bad. Depends on what game you playing. Like if you playing like a hardcore game that's running Nintendo at full graphics power, probably 2 hours. But if a light game you playing on light, probably about 3 hours, a little bit more. I mean, so that ain't bad. But again, the innovation of the technology itself in the Switch, that's what I like to see.
That's what I like about Nintendo. They always have been on the cusp of.
Yeah.
I like the other joint they had where they had the Wii. You know, when the Wii dropped, they had the big controller. You had the TV inside, you had the monitor inside of the joystick.
yeah, it's Wii
That
U.
was dope.
My
Wii U.
Yeah, my son
That's
has
dope.
that.
They've always been there, so but I don't know.
One thing is, I'm as a PC gamer, like I kind of got out of the console game a long time ago, and to piggyback on something that Liddell was talking about earlier, there actually is a niche market. There's a niche market that likes the classic game look, that likes they like the side. Like I'm one of them. I'm one of the people that like side scrollers. I'm one of those people that like to simply go into a game because the way I approach gaming is it's just a simple stress relief for me. I just want to go in and I like to see my characters. When I'm adventure, I want to be hack and slash because I want to see my guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not I don't want to be in the first person perspective, and I really don't even want to be. I prefer the third person or whatever like that, and I'm just seeing my guy moving around. So really, at the end of the day, there's a whole audience for that. There's even an audience for the old pixel style games. So there's audience for all of that. In fact, there's pixel art out there. There's guys who are doing high-end pixel art now. So Nintendo really needs to double down. That's why I said get to the do-it-yourselfers. Number one, go to the kids. Then number two, go for the do-it-yourselfers that believe in the that are all about the pixelated movement, all about the the classic side scrollers, the 2D platformers, all these guys who love that type of stuff. Let them help you innovate and bring in new characters. Let them help you innovate and bring in just new games and new ideas. You know what I mean? And don't just fall into the clutch of saying, okay, we are the other side, so we ain't got to worry about it. Because my big concern is, I know promises, but Nintendo, they are pretty much riding the wave of, they've gotten into the fact where their tech is their most important thing. And I feel like I know with the next gen consoles, you have like Bill Gates wants the Xbox to run your house. At the end of the day, he wants to make that a part of your house more so than a game system, because we're dealing with computers. Basically, they're just selling you another kind of computer that's an entertainment system every time. And basically, that's the same thing that we're doing here. Like, this is another entertainment. It's gonna be another like entertainment function, but it's very limited to just the game space. When you look at what they're doing on the other end, like, you know, just me being a PC guy, I'm like, I get why you guys are doing the hardware. I get the fact that if people have to buy the hardware, they buy into it. Then they're going to, of course, buy the discs that go with it, and they're going to buy all the accoutrements to go with it. So that's a good way to guarantee you're going to get some money, some upfront costs from your company for your work and stuff like that, because you cut down on your theft and stuff. And you don't have to worry about people having to have super machines to run games either. That's another thing. You know, that's another what you get into it. But my thing is, I just need Nintendo. Make some games this time, dog. Make some games, bruh. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna keep it street. I'm gonna keep it like we say. We're gonna keep it funky with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take it back. We're gonna get funky with you over here. Let's go ahead. Let's make some games. Yeah. You know, play to your audience. Don't be ashamed of your audience. Don't try to duck out on me. I don't need you to run over here. I don't need no first-person shooters. We don't need none of that stuff. You ain't got to get tough. We don't need none of that food. Look, man, we got those other consoles. They out here they kill you. You go in there, you get punched in the chest every time you buy an Xbox. All right? Yeah, it's part of the initiation process. So please, make the games. Stick with your audience. Respect.
What you just said. So you kind of want Nintendo to kind of basically open up their market a little bit more. Yeah. I definitely agree with that. And one more thing you said about pretty much the technology side of a lot of the systems. They're trying to make everything into one system. Great example, Xbox. You can watch TV on and do this and do that. Now, in some cases, when Xbox first came out, I was telling people, I don't really want my game system to do all of that.
Yeah, and I'm with you.
But you know what I'm saying?
I'm like, I don't want my phone to be no daggone camera, but you know, they didn't went crazy.
Yeah.
Like, when it break, you ain't got no camera and you ain't got no phone. So I don't. True. So if I'm watching TV on my Xbox, when it breaks, I ain't got no TV. I ain't got no game system. Now I understand. I get the whole idea of it being able to be all immersive and control things, but it is a specialized computer that's specialized, shaped, and all this other stuff to do a particular task. And it's not like normal computers. Like if it was another computer, like if I had set up like a computer system that was running stuff in my house, I could probably manipulate it a lot better. Yeah. But this here is you can't do that with an Xbox. You're only gonna manipulate it so far. And I know you got you're a do-it-yourselfer, so you take yours apart and stuff. And I've done stuff with PlayStation, like I put a Linux partition on like one of the ones with the larger storage devices. Mm-hmm. I've done a lot of different stuff, but at the end of the day, it's not the same as having your own computer or whatever like that. And you're stuck to what they lead. You're stuck to how they cut everything, how their boards work, how all this other crap. Proprietary software, proprietary hardware, and proprietary hardware. So when it breaks, you got to go to a particular guy to fix it. Maybe even them, and you just up shit creek basically, or up craps creek.
He finally has done something right for America.
Basically.
And Nintendo, they known for having that proprietary software and hardware just in their ecosystem itself.
Yeah.
And I want to go into more about the hardware. Good thing is they're bringing the capture screenshots. Yeah. Where you like with PlayStation the share button. They also have that, and you can broadcast the game now, which is stuff that Nintendo should have been doing with the Wii U. They're just trying to play catch up with it. But it's pretty good. You got the IR camera that's inside of the controllers itself. Yeah. Now that's pretty cool because if you hold the controller at a certain angle and you put something in front of it, it knows what you're putting in front of it. That's pretty cool. So like if you got a flashlight or phone in your hand, the controller know what you got in your hand. Yeah, that's pretty dope. They also got what you call an HD rumble. The HD rumble, they tried to explain it as every type of movement that you're doing with your hand, the controller feels it. Kind of how Xbox has a better rumble system than PlayStation in their joysticks when you're with the motion control as you move or whatnot. So Nintendo again should have been doing this stuff. They just kind of playing catch up. And one thing about the Switch, the price is a little bit lower than your current consoles now. But again, you don't have the graphics behind you. You don't have the Call of Duty or the Battlefield. You don't have these hard-hitting, hardcore games behind you. But you got the characters like Zelda, Mario, Metroid, Icarus, and all those main A1 characters. But you're not really touching on those characters.
Release them.
Yeah,
you gotta release them. If you're not gonna do the graphics, if you're not gonna fight on that end, then you're gonna have to release enough games on the other end so that we'll have a variety of games. And you can't abandon systems. And like I said, you could also be an ecosystem for up and coming designers and up and coming creators. Of course, you will control this, and this is a catch-22 and a cheap way to get some development. Yeah. I'm just saying.
That would be perfect. I'm gonna run down a couple of the games that start.